Well, I want to take you on a little bit of a tour through News Channel 11. We're going to start first. This is our hallway, but we walk up into here. This is what's called the control room, and you're going to see a lot of monitors in here, a lot of equipment. This is really the hub of where all the activity takes place when we do our commercial productions, when we put the newscast on the air. Anything that happens in the studio is going to originate in this room. This is all high definition, the latest technology and equipment you can buy. You even see the wall monitor over there. You see some input there. That's what we call it, where the radar signals come in and the computer signals, our instant data, and what's on the air. So again, this is our control room, just a quick view of that. You can even see where the audio works over on the side. Right now, I'm going to take you down here, and we're going to go into the studio and give you a little bit of a tour here, as I mentioned. And as you look around, we're panning around the general set here. This is our news desk here. We do some interviews over in this side desk if you happen to watch the morning, afternoon news, or in the weekend. Then here is where we actually do our news cast from here with Karen and Abner, Pete, our weekend crew as well, and Carrie and Steve, and occasionally I will come over to this particular desk. We have a laptop here, so if we've got any breaking news, we've got that coming immediately. But again, this is our brand new HD set. You see our television monitors here and our television cameras, and we've got both. We've got a monitor down here. They're turned off right now, but this is what we call teleprompter. So when Karen and Abner, Pete reading script, you would normally see it on there. Everything is shut down right now because we're between newscasts, but at least it gives you an idea. And when I do the weathercast, I will actually see myself in the mirror image there. That helps me know where to point, and I'm going to talk more about the green screen coming up here in a minute. I'm going to walk you on over here. We have a little pod, as we call it, right out in the middle of our forecast center. You can kind of see the entire forecast center here. This is where we operate the SuperDoppler HD3. This is our computer base operations for it right here. And you can see we've got some sweeps going on, and I'll show you a little bit of action with our mouse here. And as I do, Sammy's going to zoom over here, and this is a larger view of our Doppler and a screen we keep beside us back here in the forecast center. So if we want to zoom in, show any activity, show any potential of severe weather, thunderstorms, or even snow, depending on what time of year it is, we can zoom into communities anywhere around West Texas, whether it be Plainview, Hale Center, Abernathy. Obviously, we can zoom in around Lubbock, the Wolford community, so we've got access to all of the South Plains, and we can even show the interstate there, and if necessary, we can even give you a 3D view. And keep in mind, Doppler radar is critical. It helps us detect the cloud movement, where the storms are going, and if any of the weather is severe. And then I'm going to walk on around here and show you what we call computer models. There are several computer models that we use when we're forecasting. This particular one here happens to show the upper level wind pattern and the moisture. And we're going to watch this one because when we see these little dips like this, that's where the storms may be. And then you can see an idea. We can look for where there's any rain. This particular animation, there's not much rain expected in Texas. But again, things could change. You see the little dip in the lines there that indicates maybe a storm or a cold front coming through. And then the other monitors relate to the equipment. We show our current temperatures here. We call it instant data. That's mounted at News Channel 11. You can see temperatures right now in the 70s. And as you look at the other monitors, we use one here for building our 7-day maps. Sammy's zooming in on that. We just input the numbers. We put the type of sky conditions we want, partly cloudy, cloudy, sunny, whatever that might be. We can add some words if it's going to be windy or cold, or maybe it's going to be a freeze, or maybe we're going to have record heat. We can put it into that computer, and then we can show it on this particular computer. And right now it's loaded up just showing an animation of a satellite, but we can zoom around anywhere within that and change it either on the air as you're watching, or we can change it just like I did here, looking at the computer itself. And then the other monitors are pretty typical. We have some email, other functions. If we want to send out emails emergency-wise or weather updates, we can do it through that computer. And then you're looking at your tower cam here. We look at that to view around the city. We can zoom in anywhere. We can show any storms. We can show the winds of dust, those wind storms when they roll through West Texas, all of that through our live tower cam, and that's located here on News Channel 11. It's about 400 feet on our tower. Now we're going to step through the forecast center, and I know a lot of you may already know about something we call green screen. Technically, it's a chroma key, but I'm going to let it down, and you may be surprised that our screen actually goes up and down so that we can go in and out of the studio doors. So we'll bring that green screen down. Now some stations use blue, but we use green here. We have lights behind us, we have lights in front of us. We have to have the illumination so that it shows up good to you on your home screen. Now this is called the green screen or chroma key. I will stand right about here, and one of those cameras that we showed you a few minutes ago, in fact, Sammy's giving you a different perspective. In fact, he's standing close to that camera that I would be normally looking at, so you get an idea of what I'm looking at when I'm actually doing a weathercast. And again, I would look over to a monitor to my right for information and look at that screen, or I can look over to my left. It allows us to move around a little bit with flexibility if we need to, and also zoom in and operate the Doppler radar. What you see in my hand is actually just like a garage door opener for you and me at home. However, see the different buttons? This allows us to control the Doppler radar and our computer. So when we hit these various buttons, it'll pull up a new image for you to look at. It might be a satellite, maybe a radar image. We may zoom in, or we might even occasionally ask for a tower cam or instant data shot. We can do all of that while we're standing here and even operating this. So once again, this is our chroma key green screen. You saw the forecast center there and our overall studio there. So I hope you enjoyed our tour of our News Channel 11 HD studios.